Bonjour and welcome to lesson 2 of this week, again looking at dialogues that take place in a clothes shop. Okay, your first task is to note down some vocab related to this topic, so this will go into your blue jotter. So you've got the French down the left and the English on the right. So I'll just talk you through the French so you know how it sounds as well, okay? Je peux vous aider means may I help you. Je voudrais means I would like, and je cherche, I'm looking for. Quelle taille is what size if you're talking about items of clothing. Quelle pointure is what they use when they talk about shoe size. What shoe size? Je peux les essayer. Can I try it or them on? And it depends on the gender of the word, the item of the clothing that you're talking about. So if it's a masculine word, you would say je peux le essayer. If it was a feminine word, you would say je peux la essayer, and if it was something that was plural, you would say je peux les essayer. If you ask that question, the shop assistant might say to you, les cabines sont là-bas. The dressing rooms are over there. Ça coûte combien? How much is that? And here you've just got a few more phrases to keep adding to your vocab. So you've got je, le, la, les, prendre. I'll take it, them, and again it's the same scenario as it was before. It's le if it's a masculine item, la if it's a feminine item, and les if it's like shoes or something that's plural. Vous payez comment? How are you going to pay? And then you could say par carte, by credit card, en espèces, in cash, and vous désirez un sac? Do you want a bag? So if you want to say quelle taille, which means what size, some of the responses to that could be petit for small, moyenne, medium, grande is large. And then also they use the numbers European sizes, so like 32, 34, 36, 38 or 40. So they could say taille 40. Okay? If you buy your clothes in somewhere like H&M, you'll quite often see that they've got the sizes in European sizes. So have a look at your clothes labels and see if you can work out what size you wear. If you're talking about shoe size, they use the term quelle pointure. Okay, so not quelle taille, but quelle pointure. And again, the sizing is a little bit different. It's European sizes, so you can have a look there and see what your size is in European numbers. So here you've got a match-up exercise, and it's to do with if you go to try on something and then the shop assistant asks you how you've got on and you want to maybe tell her about something that's a problem. So c'est trop grand, c'est trop petit, trop long, trop court, trop large, trop étroit, or trop cher. Okay, some of these words you should recognise already, but you're just seeing them in a slightly different way. Okay, task 3 is listening, and you're going to hear a dialogue being read through, and it's got some gaps to fill in. Okay, so you would write down the numbers 1 to 5 in your jotter, and the words that you can choose from to put into the gaps are up here, but you'll notice there's more than 5 words up here, so it's not going to be all of these. Okay, some of them are just there to see if you can pick out the actual correct ones. Okay, so bonjour mademoiselle, je peux vous aider? Oui monsieur, je voudrais un pantalon s'il vous plaît. Quelle taille? Taille 36 s'il vous plaît. Et quelle couleur? Bleu s'il vous plaît. Attendez un instant. Voilà. C'est combien s'il vous plaît? C'est 44 € mademoiselle. C'est trop cher. Avez-vous quelque chose de moins cher? Oui, à 38 €. D'accord, merci. De rien, mademoiselle. Okay, if you need to pause it and rewind it, you can do so to listen to it again. Little extension task at the bottom is to find these phrases. Okay. Okay, so you're seeing loads of dialogues today. Here's another one. You're going to read it through and you're going to fill in the missing words from the choices at the bottom. Okay, so it starts off, vous désirez, je cherche une jupe something et des baskets something. So you're looking for a word to describe the skirt or to describe the trainer, so it's likely to be a colour. Okay, there might be more than one right answer, but you might also have to think about, there's only maybe one answer that's got a feminine ending that would go with jupe, or if it's basket, you want it to be a colour that's got a plural ending on. Okay, so in number 3, la jupe, on the question before it has been quelle taille, so you want to maybe think about a size, which could be a number or it could be a word like small, medium, large. Okay, une jupe en coton, do you want a skirt in cotton? No, in, so for number 4 you're probably looking for some kind of material. Okay, voilà une something jupe, so we're looking for an adjective to describe the skirt, and it's the shop assistant that's offering you it, so she's probably going to be saying something quite positive, pretty skirt, lovely skirt, something like that. Then the next one is a question, and it's the customer asking, may I, so what might you be asking to do? Okay, oui, ça va, down here, et des whatever. So if you look in the next line, it kind of gives you a clue of what it's likely to be in here. It's going to be an item of clothing. And then here you want to have a look and see if it is an adjective to describe the colour. Down here they've been asking about the price, so it's going to be an adjective as a reaction to the price. So it's probably going to be something like, wow, that's cheap, or wow, that's expensive. And then here she's saying here are some trainers that cost 40 somethings, so likely to be some kind of currency there. And then in the end it's a ça with a gap. We just want to say, oh, that's okay. Right, you might need to use one of the words twice, but I've tried to give you as many clues as I can. It's quite tricky, but I think most of you should be able to manage it. Okay, so your final dialogue task of the day is a mixed up dialogue. So similar to some of the dialogues that you've seen already today, what you need to do is to put these little strips into the correct order. So think about what's a logical order. What would the shop assistant say? What would the customer say? Okay, within it, there's some bits that doesn't really matter which comes first, but you have to make them go together. So for example, it doesn't maybe matter if you ask about the size before the colour, but obviously if you've asked what size, then the person's reply has to refer to the size, not to the colour, and so on. Okay, so think about who would be saying what, think about which pairs go together, and then order it through, obviously starting with a maybe hello, how are you, can I help you, that kind of thing, and then ending up with a thanks, bye. Okay, see if you can get the order correct. But as I say, there's more than one order that's possible.